What up? What up? What up, you guys? It's Blackwing 2040. Welcome back to the DC Animated Universe Marathon, where me and Tex go through the entire DC Animated Universe, covering our favorite episodes as well as iconic episodes as well. Today, Tex is gonna be taking the lead on this one because this episode that we're doing is called "I've Got Batman in My Basement." And Tex, you could explain this reason why this episode stands out to you.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, once upon a time there was a small miniature boy named Tex, and he was at a mall where he was enamored by a VHS tape that read Batman the Animated Series. He begged and he pleaded for his mother to grant him such a gift. He got home. He put the VHS in. If you don't know what a VHS is, I'm sorry that you're that young. Um, and an episode played, a special episode, an episode that some would say are iconic, not because it's amazing or anything, but because it was his first one. And the premise alone is just, I'm sorry, this is such a great premise for an episode. Just a KO'd Batman in your basement. I don't understand how it gets better than that. This episode started me on probably in general my Batman journey. Because I mean, as a kid, I was a Batman fan. Ironically, I think I might have saw the Batman before the Batman animated series. But when I saw this episode and then followed it up with the last episode we did, the Two-Face two-parter, I was grabbed. This was my first episode of this series. I will not say it's my favorite, but I'm sure that will change once I see it again. Because this episode holds a special place in my heart. One could argue without this episode, I probably wouldn't even be as big DC fan as I am today. Because I don't know. If I didn't see this episode or any at that time, who knows where I'd be? Maybe I wouldn't even be here with Blackwing. But regardless, I'm excited for this episode. I hope all of you are too. Let's get it going.
That was a good story. I just imagined you trying to do that with in like I don't know like a villain voice and just like let me tell you a story of it just sounded like a perfect villain monologue
It's just Darth Sidious. Can you learn this power?
no, not even Darth
Not
Sidious,
from a
man.
Jedi.
That was great. That was great. But yeah, let's get this episode started. Of course, the iconic intro.
This is the exact same intro we've seen, but for some reason it just feels like it's my first time seeing it ever again, knowing what episode's coming up.
Right?
Oh man.
I just never understood like where did two goons decide to put an explosive on a bank door?
After it seemed like they already successfully robbed it. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, this is why they got caught.
Yeah,
This
y'all
is
just
exactly why they
planted
got caught.
y'all planted an explosive on the bank and then
I
now
give them props though. They physically active. They got up that thing quick. That was me, man. The cops would have caught me. Oh man, yeah. I remember this. I sing this as a kid. I had no idea what I was watching, but I knew I loved it. God, it's so
Beautiful.
weird. Oh yeah, this is in HD too. So seeing this episode in HD is gonna be jarring. I love this. Like I wish they added like maybe a silhouette of Batman, but I love this. I love this like little. It gives me like I don't know, maybe like R.L. Stein vibes with that.
Okay, that's yeah. I mean, I wasn't like the biggest R.L. Stein reader as a kid, but
I don't
I
think you
get
miss
that.
much. It's just it's
I
very
get the love.
nostalgic for me. But I don't know. I'm not gonna like I go back and read them. This is not how I remember this episode started. I'm already in L. Okay. Oh,
And
okay. Now the egg. Okay. Well, that's how you know it's a penguin episode, ladies and gentlemen. It's
if
first
eggs are
thing-
involved, you know it's penguin.
Yeah, that's. I don't know why. I just always remember this episode starting on the street. I'm sure we'll get to that. I remember him. I remember he has such a like. Why is his design so distinctive for like a mook? Oh man.
I'm about to say, did they get it or not?
I can't tell, right? Or what are they keeping it? Is it just smaller?
Oh,
I guess.
they actually got
Okay,
it.
that wouldn't fit in there, but okay, I'll let it slide.
Uh-oh.
I now get you 5 years. Oh man.
With good behavior. Ooh.
The idea that penguin has tamed birds is so hilarious to me. And it's like not even like never a penguin. It's like always a vulture or a giant bird of prey.
Yep. Ooh.
You know how hard it is to teach a vulture to attack something that's not dead? Like that. Props
Oh
to
yeah,
penguin,
that's a
man.
lot of training.
That props to that thing is strong. We're about to pick Bruce up.
He has this thing by the wings.
Jesus. That
Like
man
that'll
Bruce is about
stop.
animals don't count. I'll kill this thing. He's about to kill that thing.
that wasn't gonna stop it.
Oh man. Bird seed. Okay, I remember this street. Such a nice little suburban house.
Funny how he has like a junior detective box.
I never noticed that. Oh, okay, that's why he's naming those things. If these ain't the most cliche bullies, that him specifically.
Especially with that hairstyle.
Yeah, it's the hairstyle and the jacket, like Jesus. These two were siblings, right? I'm trying to remember. This is like back before when they used to make siblings all just look exactly the same. That's very astute. Props to the kid.
How the heck did this kid know that?
But
Wow.
that's a specific, like, no, it's a vulture though. It's a South African vulture. Like,
He got the exact location of where it's from and everything.
I'm telling you, man, he could have been Robin.
He could have.
I'm not following the vulture.
If Robin didn't have a tragic if Robin didn't lose his parents.
There's no way they kept up with that thing.
That birds are fast flyers. So the fact that they were able to keep up with that thing,
they mustn't have no traffic. They must have just on the sidewalk. Okay, annoying kid trope that gets himself in danger. But so far, I'm liking the kids. They may be nerdy, but they haven't done anything annoying yet. God, that guy looks so sleazy.
He is like on pins and needles right now.
To be fair, I think if more mooks were like this, Batman wouldn't get to jump on them as much as they do. I don't know. What is he doing? Is there a reason he's doing that? It was by accident. Like I don't almost pay attention. Oh,
And there's the penguin.
I love this design. I don't know why, because it's over the top, but I love it.
I don't know why they gave him a mullet.
It's the mullet with the top hat, which makes
like, why does he have a mullet?
It just makes me laugh. Ew, he just had that in his pocket.
It's a vulture. They eat anything dead.
Maybe this is why Danny DeVito's Penguin was always very solid for me. I'm looking forward to who's playing. What was it? Farrell? Who's playing Penguin in the Batman, the new movie?
Shoot.
I don't know. He played Bullseye in Daredevil,
which I find very hard to believe when I found that out. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's the power of makeup, I guess.
Okay. Oswald Cobblepot. Yeah, Colin Farrell playing Penguin. I was like, that dude was Bullseye in the Daredevil movie. I'm like, what?
You, man. Power of makeup.
Uh-oh. See, this is why he has a bird on duty.
He's just like, what is this?
I'm like, well, what do we have here?
Oh, okay, well, Batman saved him.
Give me that.
Y'all are such failures. You couldn't hold it tight or anything. It's so weird. I can count on my hand like how many times there's been like a Penguin episode and like a factory out of Birdseed, because the Batman did that too.
Yep. The bird, just the old nonstop bird references.
I'm surprised they just call him the bird at this point. I swear he never has a penguin. I get why. What is a penguin gonna do? But Jesus,
like penguins don't fly.
Batman, you got some good hops, man. That was a good jump with 2 kids in your hand.
Look at Ben. He's like, get out now.
The top hat. Yeah. See, without the top hat, it don't work. And then you can't be bald with a mullet. It just don't.
Yeah, he has the bald spot.
He's missing. That's what Superman would look like, man. I tell you. God, DC used to love giving their characters mullets. Clark and Dick had that.
Clark, Dick, shoot. Well, Hal didn't have a mullet. He had gray temples, but still.
Yeah.
Like they just had a knack for making their characters look a little older in the 90s.
Look, you used to have a toy like this, so you could click the belt, and like the Batmobile will make noises or something. Oh man, the Batmobile's like a jet right there. Okay, so we're getting to the part of the episode I definitely remember where he's knocked out and makes it to like the neighborhood. Okay, they get in the car.
Uh-oh. That's a good way to cut to commercial.
God. Okay, I had it on VHS, so I guess it's just weird to me to remember the black. I could have like, yeah, I was like, okay.
Jesus. Wow.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Never mind.
I thought it was about to be like nuking people. So, yeah, this is the biggest trope I've seen of niggas complaining about Batman. It's like he won't use guns, but missiles. I don't know.
Maybe they're non-lethal.
I guess. I suppose.
Maybe they're non-lethal. Remember?
Give me Arkham Knight vibes. Running over people and they just get tased.
Oh yeah, that I'm just like, how?
I'll just one of the things I gotta live with. They can't get through it though, so it's okay. I mean, they are really just
y'all are scratching the Batmobile. What's wrong with y'all?
I would imagine they got flung off. Oh no, Jesus Christ!
They're still holding on.
Life. You gotta imagine the Batmobile is hard to control, bro. You have to. Jesus, he's dead. Getting flung at such speeds. Kid's a pretty good driver so far. I mean, it could be worse. He's practically fighting the Batmobile for control, so I give him props for it.
I'm pretty sure he already dented it.
Oh, pink.
Yep. I saw a dent.
Hey, his brakes can't see that he needs to brake. I'll give him props. Jesus Christ. Okay, Penguin, you're gonna die.
Oh, oh my gosh! See, he's denting the car.
But they did more than that. Was Penguin the Was he the villain in that? I don't know if you remember the episode, but there's an episode that's about the Batmobile and how Batman has those 2 mechanics working on the Batmobile. Was he a part of the episode?
I forgot. I don't even remember that episode.
It's kind of forgettable, but I only remember it because it has such a focus on the Batmobile. Then Bruce got hit hard, bro. Just accepts it, this was modern day Batman. He'd be like, "Oh, what am I doing here? Oh, thank you.
What am I doing here? Why does this kid have a wanted Joker poster?"
That is something about Gotham I never got. Like we need to stop like fantasizing these criminals, man. The Joker has killed people. Why are we dressing up as him, man?
Like, why do you have a? What?
Actually, is this a basement? Because I feel like that ruins the episode if it's not a basement. This don't look like a basement. It looks like a room.
It is a base. It could probably be a basement, and then he calls it his crime lab.
Oh. Jesus.
He took a heavy hit.
That man, I've seen him take better hits from Bane. I mean, worse hits from Bane. Man, Bruce is KO'd.
Like, how does that warn you out?
Yeah, and I actually agree. Like, I know some people I've seen have been like, they could have called somebody. Who they gonna call? You can't call the police aren't gonna believe them.
It's like,
You
we
know?
got Batman in our basement. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, kid. I'm sure. I've got Superman in my bathroom. Like,
Oh yeah, and I got Superman in my attic.
yeah. It's like no, I feel it. Penguin looks better without the monocle,
Yeah, I think that's what. Let me
but the
actually.
monocle brings it together.
I'm trying to see for his design in his redesign for the new Batman Adventures.
His redesign is boring, but it's supposed to be. I get it.
That shot of his mom at the top of the steps.
I forgot she was in this episode. I could have sworn it was just the kids, like their parents were gone or something.
Yep.
Oh, you're playing make believe. Oh, well, okay.
Just plays it off.
Be pretty
Yeah,
crazy. I guess I panicked.
yeah. Penguin did have the monocle in his redesign, but it's not as like silvery as
Yeah.
the design here. Plus he's a lot slimmer.
Made him a businessman.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, you're not about to hit my house with a brick
With a
after
brick.
saying that. Like, oh, they're playing with the brick. Okay, that's how.
They
Props to
hid
'em.
the.
I mean, props because of what they could do. I wouldn't even try to hide. I'm like, how you hide like that is like 10 tons of steel, man. I'm not. How am I hiding this? I think I
Nick,
remember these kids actually being cool once they realized Batman actually was like them. I
Nicholas
think
and Francis were these guys' names. That's crazy.
these are such bully names. My uncles,
It's my mom, my uncles.
my mom's uncle.
Don't touch that. Uh-oh.
Vulture.
This episode has some really good moments of going to commercial. Very well. Like you just have a shot of a vulture just flying straight at you and then cut to commercial.
Yeah, this is only pet too. Like in the Batman, he had like 3 birds, so at least they like brought it down to 1.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
Actually, they
did.
love giving the penguin vultures because you remember Crypto the Super Dog? He had like 3 vultures, and they were like idiots. I think.
Man,
Oh,
the
one of
fact
them
that they get
was.
I feel like that show should have really been called DC Super Pets before Super Pets was even like a thing.
No, those are my favorite episodes when it was like introducing like the animals of other characters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is that episode.
Don't touch. You don't know how many
Why is it
times
your
people have
first
tried.
the first instinct? And it's like it reminds me of the you remember like I think it was the first episode of Justice League and the paramedic tries to take off his mask and he wakes up just in time.
Yeah, it was like, don't even.
I don't know, but they try it. Like I don't know, you respect him, let him keep his privacy, you know. It's a bit late for that, but you know.
It's too late for that, Roberta.
Oh yeah, I remember that. This part.
They cut.
That vulture would kill herself doing that.
Oh my gosh. The vulture actually cut.
I love how creative he is with the bird. The bird it does more than just, attack things. It's a scout. It stays on top of things.
It cut the phone lines.
This bird is more. I don't know if Penguin's made this joke yet, but that bird is more competent than both of his mooks. That guy on the left, like he don't want to be here.
Bruh.
I'm so curious what he did to that. I thought it was
Bruh.
acid, but it's not. I don't know what that is. I'll say this: as far as like so far, it's like not counting like Two-Face. I'm really enjoying Penguin. Like I think he's a nice villain introduction. He doesn't have like the same like shake powers like Scarecrow did with his nightmare scenes,
Nope.
but he's a fun villain. Okay, that was just petty.
Okay, that was just rude.
Okay, now he's just being a dick. Okay, well,
That was just rude. You just come into somebody's home and start trashing it.
oh, this is Home Alone vibes.
Clearly, you know what? I think I don't know. Did Home Alone come out before this episode even aired?
That's a good question. I actually don't know. How?
It's like
The
if
reflexes. Oh, never mind.
Yep, they Home Alone this whole sequence right here.
That man knew exactly what was in the bat belt, the utility belt. Oh, yeah, he that utility belt is just user friendly, evidently. Oh my god, these kids are efficient. Hold on, man. Like I couldn't throw bowlers.
Wow.
He looks like he's just about to kill them. Like I just feel like he's made it in. Yeah.
Again.
I love Penguin's umbrella because it practically does everything.
Like it
It's
had
like
a knife in the handle.
his umbrella is so stupid because it's an umbrella, but it's such a fun weapon. It's either a gun, it's a shield, it's a spinny blade. It'll let him fly. Oh man,
How
God, the
is this
Joker
dude
is really
still
still in that.
not? How is this dude still knocked out?
So I know they say he got poisoned, but I'm like Jesus. Ooh. Irksome imps.
Irksome imps.
That's such over the top. That's what that is. Well, that's what a villain would say, I guess. Ooh. Do the spin. Ah, there we go. I love how they animated his eyes open even. Like, so close, Pinky, so close. What's his hands like that? I just noticed that.
Yeah, they got his hand. Because this show came right off of Batman Returns, so
Yeah,
of course they designed him to look.
hands.
They
Ironically don't like that Penguin design like that.
What with the clipped hands?
I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I guess it's this Penguin and maybe the Arkham Penguin I really like.
You did really?
No, I like Arkham Penguin. It's just that this Penguin, I don't hate his design. I actually like it, but I think Penguin is a hard character to design, in my opinion. Because you gotta know. Wow,
a screwdriver.
As a kid, I was freaking out over this because it's a sword fight. This is the precursor to Rachel Ghoul and Batman's sword fight. That's exactly what this is. Look at it, like it's unnecessarily epic.
I see what you mean, but it's just looking at it now, it's ridiculous.
I love it. I love it now. It's just so cheesy in a good way, though. And the hero wins.
He ain't getting up from that one. Uh-oh.
I love this scene when she sees Batman. He's just imitating Batman in the corner.
Ma'am. Oh my gosh.
The smile is great.
This man trying to hook his mom up with Batman.
Hey man, I feel that's a W for everyone, bro. As far as kid characters go, I don't dislike this kid or his sister, I believe. I don't know who she is. I don't know if they confirmed it. Oh, they started their own detective agency. Yeah, these two had the little redemption. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's cute.
Really great episode. Not bad. Not bad.
I really like to be Penguin's introductory episode. It's very interesting. Okay, it's not the best episode of all time, but I loved it. I enjoyed it. It probably is some nostalgia in it, but I thought it was a really fun episode. because I think the plot alone is like Batman is still a big part of the episode, despite being incapacitated for like the latter half of it. I think it was. I genuinely enjoyed it.
Oh my gosh, the fact that he was knocked out the entire for like half the episode, I'm like, how? You should be like, how?
I've seen him
Oh
take
my
worse hits,
gosh.
but I guess that's poison for you.
Yeah, I guess. But man, I'm sorry. I just had to laugh at the part with the whole Batman fighting Penguin with a screwdriver and Penguin using a dagger from his umbrella. I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
It is. It gave me Adam West Batman vibes.
Yes.
Yeah, like the best way for me though.
That was so ridiculous, and yet it felt so useful for its time. And like that's something you would see definitely in Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, that was okay. It was a good introductory episode for Penguin. It wasn't bad, but it was definitely I could say it was a decent good introductory episode for Penguin. But
Yeah, I think it sets a good precedent for what to expect from Penguin
mm-hmm.
because Penguin, of all the big villains in this show, I would say he more times than not gets to short end. The only other character I can think in who gets like of the big villains, like the A and B list, who gets like a worse life on this show is probably Riddler because he rarely appears.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Riddler definitely got the short end of the stick in the
after him,
show.
I'd say it was probably Penguin because a lot of his episodes are even I think the episode, his star episode, where he's being tricked into like being with this woman and he thinks she loves him. It's still a good episode, but it's like for this to be his first episode, I thought it was a fun episode. I think even if you don't love Penguin, like you might love the Joker or Two Face, I think you'll still enjoy him.
Yep. Oh, which reminds me, I think I should also put that episode with Hugo Strange where he finds out Batman's secret identity and he literally calls Penguin, Joker, and Two Face to be like, "Hey, I found out Batman's secret identity. You guys want to come over here and see who it is?"
Bruce Wayne. I go to country club with Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. I think I should add that episode to the list. But
Actually, I agree. Hugo Strange is amazingly underrated. Despite his history, like for him to be the first Batman villain or one of the first is insane to me. He predates Joker, which I think is wild.
Yeah, really?
He actually predates the Joker. Like of all of like the current villains in Batman's Rogue Gallery, I'm pretty sure Hugo is the first, which is so wild to me.
Yeah, Detective Comics first appearance, Detective Comics issue 36. Literally Joker's first appearance was in Batman #1. So
okay, yeah, he appeared before Batman even got his own book.
No. He actually because Batman appeared in Detective Comics issue 27, and Strange appeared in 9 issues later. This all happened in 1940. So they 1940. They all made their same appearance in between 1939 and 40.
Okay, so it's not like a big gap. Okay.
Yeah, it was like right next to each other.
Okay, it's like when people talk about the Doom Patrol and X-Men, they're like 4 months apart. I feel you. Well,
yeah,
I guess that's a bit bigger, but
yeah, Hugo Strange definitely, surprisingly, is one of Batman's earliest rogues, which is very surprising to me. I never knew that. Could have sworn that he showed up like, I would think he would.
I would have thought he showed up in like the 90s or like the 80s era.
Yeah, or like the 70s during like the Neil Adams and O'Neill era.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I Neil Adams wrote Hugo Strange like before, right?
Say that again.
Neil Adams has done Hugo Strange before, right? Because I feel like I've seen him in that style before, but
I'm not sure. I know Neil Adams basically created Ra's al Ghul. Him and Dennis created Ra's al Ghul, so that's why I mainly remember for that era, because that era was mainly that gave focus to the full on detective portion of Batman. Of course, the early day Batman comics were like campy as hell. That's where Brave and the Bold gets most of its source material from. Yeah. Like the whole Rainbow Batman stuff, the whole
the Batman of Zuriel or whatever that thing.
Yeah,
is.
the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's where Brave and the Bold got its material from. Not to say it's bad, dated, but it's
No, I get you.
Yeah, it pays homage. That's what Brave and the Bold does. It's funny enough, I'm actually almost finished watching that show. I'm like on the final 8 episodes, I believe. So I can now say I finally watched that show from beginning to end.
I wish I could say that. The last season is so scattered for me. Like I remember
It's
seeing like many of them, but some I didn't see.
yeah, I mean, again, it's a show like for Brave and the Bold. It did what it was supposed to do. It introduced you to a lot of the B, C, and D list heroes and villains. Introduced a lot of Silver Age and Bronze Age moments, even Golden Age moments for that matter. So it did what it was supposed to do. It's just, I just wish a lot of the more popular heroes didn't get thrown in like near the end when the show was pretty much about to pull the plug.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for listening on this commentary. Next episode, I can't wait, is going to be the most iconic, the most memorable, the most, I don't even know what else to say. It's the Emmy award-winning episode.
Probably the definitive episode of the series.
Yes, the definitive episode of the series. The Emmy award-winning episode, Heart of Ice. And I cannot wait for that episode. I cannot wait to just watch that. I feel like that's, of all episodes of Batman in the animated series, I feel like that's the one I've watched the most, next to, of course, the Two-Face episode.
I can see that. That episode is one of the only episodes I can think of that, I mean, we'll talk about it more when we get to it, but it completely reinvented a character. Like it turned a character who was fated to be in like F tier into
A
one of the
tier.
best Batman villains of all time. Easily.
Yep.
Easy top 5 villain.
Oh yeah. No, top 3 for me.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay. Well, that one. I can definitely feel that. I said top 5, you know how some people are, you gotta.
Yeah, nah, Freeze is in my top 3. Top 3 for me.
No,
but anyway, guys, yeah, thank you so much for listening on this commentary. And of course, Tex really held his own with this episode here, because man, how did it feel to just like go through that episode again, bro?
Seeing it in HD alone is like baffling, because I really do wish I had the VHS. I have no idea where it is. We've moved like 4 times since. I have no idea where it is, but it was very endearing. I really enjoyed rewatching that episode. That's the kind of memories I want everyone to have, and be able to like look at the beginning of your love for a franchise or something like years later and realize, this is what started it. I really enjoyed today.
Yeah,
Might not have been the strongest episode, but it gave me a strong sense of like feeling about it. So I'm very happy and satisfied with today.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for listening on this commentary. Text, where can everybody find you?
Okay, guys, you can find me at the Detective on Twitter and on YouTube.
And of course, guys, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch at Blackwing2040. Of course, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to be notified whenever a new video goes up or whenever I go live. And as always, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay gold.